Greetings, people of the internet. It is I, that Canadian Fango, back again to bring you another episode of this week for your red hot news for this week's anime and pop culture excitement. So today's episode is on top 10 anime siblings. Because why not dedicate an entire episode to talking about the best of anime siblings? And I don't know. One, blood related do not count because you can be you can have a good sibling dynamic even without being blood related to your siblings. And two, finding good siblings in anime are hard because so many times a lot of siblings, go into this weird direction, so there's that. So honestly, thanks a lot to this Reddit post I found. Like the only reason I contributed the list that I did was because of Reddit. So thank you, random people on Reddit who asked the exact same question. So I honestly said, I was like, oh yeah, I forgot about them. So let's start. Number 10, Tai and Cully and Matt and TK from Digimon. I'm giving them kind of the 2 slot because when you talk about siblings, Digimon has a lot of really good sibling pairs. Matt and TK are probably the best, but I wanted to give a special shout out to Tai and Cully just because I think Tai and Cully have a good male relationship to what we have with Matt and TK. But Matt and TK are definitely probably the most interesting, as they are siblings of divorce. They don't live together because their parents are separated. Matt lives with their dad, TK lives with their mom, and they start the show with the two of them being unsure of how of the sibling dynamic. Matt thinks it's his job to protect TK and keep him from harm. TK is just this little kid in the digital world, and through the show we see the two of them grow and change and become better brothers through their adventures in the digital world. Matt sees that TK doesn't need him to constantly protect him, but instead have to learn to let TK kind of grow on its own, and TK becomes a little bit braver and learns from Matt how to be so strong, which makes for a really strong character beat that I think a lot of kids definitely related to with why Digimon was so great. Because, yeah, who else doesn't want to see two kids learn to be family in a situation like that? It's fun. It's interesting. And then, kind of mirror to that, you have Tai and Cully, who have a more normal sibling relationship, but Tai is constantly, I don't know, maybe because my favorite episode of Digimon is My Brother's Keeper, which deals with Tai's growing anxiety and stress over Cully's poor health and bringing her to the digital world and realizing that he can't be that he's trying to be a good leader and a good brother. And you see how much Tai and Cully kill. I don't know. Tai and Cully have this really strong we kill for each other vibe, which shows what a proper sibling relationship should be. So I think you have Matt and TK who are learning to be brothers. So, and at the end of the day, that's what siblings should be able to rely on each other, and you should be able to learn from your siblings, and Digimon definitely shows that. Number 9. I totally forgot about this one. Mila, Elfman, and Lozana from Fairy Tail. I thought, like, oh yeah, the Strauss siblings. Probably not one of the better pairing, but to be fair, in Fairy Tail, probably more healthy than Nancy and Valov. And honestly, Mila and Elfman all have this fun dynamic with the rest of the definitely stand out in terms of the Fairy Tail guild. The Strauss siblings definitely stand out. Like Mila is this big sister to everyone. Elfman is the strong muscle group, and knowing what happened to Lozana and the tragedy in the Strauss siblings paints a lot of why the two of them are the way they are. So when Lozana comes back after the Endless arc and the three of them are able to reunite, you're like, that feels right. That's three people who really care for each other and really love each other. It's cute. They can't be any higher because at the end of the day, they're not about them. They'll be back on characters with the rest of the guild. But like, in terms of character, the Strauss siblings definitely do stand out. Number 8. Seika and Sethina from Grave of the Fireflies. Now here's the thing. They don't have to have happy endings. When they popped up, it's like, do I put them on this list because Grave of the Fireflies is not a happy story, but like, when you think of anime siblings, yeah, they all second and all pretty strong siblings that pale in a really dark story. I only think Grave of the Fireflies 1 and Grave of the Fireflies the other one of the story, you only need to watch one because it's way too depressing. But we're talking about a story that takes place in World War II Japan. The country has been ravaged by war. Seika has to be the responsible older brother and thinks and goes out of his way to take care of his sister. And it's the two of them trying to survive, even though all signs point to the fact that these two are not gonna get the happy ending, and that's it definitely hard to watch. But then again, it also feels like the Fireflies. But I don't know. You see what Seika goes through just to provide for his little sister. He builds them the little house in the cabin on the side of the hill. He's stealing from the farmers trying to get food for his sister so that she can eat. He can't afford to take her to the doctor when she gets sick, but he's trying to make everything and he's trying to just give her some good time, and they'll playing together, and they'll seeing the wonder and the majesty of everything. So you feel for these two, you feel for Seika and you feel for Sethina, and you realize, I want to see them survive the war, but knowing the fact that Japan loses the war, and knowing that that a lot of people were suffering in World War II, you know that these are going to be more casualties than the war. That means they don't want to go to the that movie. I'll watch Good Fight again, but I don't want to be depressed. I don't want to be depressed in a sad movie. So, yeah, they make the list because when you think of anime siblings, no, when you think of anime siblings, these different dudes stick out. It's like, yeah, what a scene when they go to the field and they're catching the fireflies and they're watching them glow, and it's the utter joy in Sethina's face. It's like they'll bring some joy to all. And just him gently trying to take care of his sister when they're being taken care of by the end. It's like, you feel for them. They're good. They have this definitely killing dynamic for each other. Psycho really goes through so much trying to get to it's still not enough, so that's them. Number 7. Hikaru and Kaoru from Owen High School Host Club. Again, it is one of the oh yeah, the twins! I totally forgot about Hikaru and Kaoru. Like, okay, one Owen High School Host Club is a show that I think it could probably go for like a reboot or like. Owen High School Host Club is a show that probably needs the Fruit Basket treatment. Well, it needs to get a make or like a new version of it where they go more into or we get more on High School Host Club because it's a good show. And Kaoru and Kaoru, these the fun twins of the host club who definitely are closer than it, and we're gonna say in fact them being so close is why people like them. Except for the fact that the only person you can tell them about is Haruhi. But and Chunky knows the fact that the two of them are super close and they only really get close to each other, but being in the host club allows them to interact with others and they'll really enjoy their twin dynamic. Like, some of the best scenes of all High School are definitely Hikaru and Kaoru being lovingly doting twins on each other. But they are different. You can, there is a difference between the two of them. You do know that they are different, but they support each other and they respect one another, and that's why you like them. I haven't rewatched On High School Host Club. I haven't had a box set, so I have no excuse. So, but that's number 7. Number 6 is Sasuke and Mei from My Neighbor Totoro. It's odd that two Studio Ghibli films have siblings that came out the exact same year, I believe. They did. Yeah, Miyazaki gave us Sasuke and Mei, and it's the guy that gave us Second Assassin's. It's funny how this comes about. And My Neighbor Totoro is definitely a very different story than Grave of the Firefly, because this is a fun, more fantastical slice of life series about these two little girls and they'll the imaginative kind of fun they get up to in their new house, playing with Totoro, and you get the fact that these are two young girls. Most of what they do is just play about. They giggle. They have their one magical scene where they're growing the plants. Sasuke literally goes to Totoro and Mei goes missing, and they take the cat, and them taking the cat bath home. You look at a pair of siblings that look at the fact that siblings should have fun together, and you get the fact that Sasuke and Mei do have fun when they're together. Like, Mei had these journeys on her own, but as soon as Sasuke gets home from school, the two of them are playing together. They're having fun. They're being just these cute, emotional little girls. It's like, and at the best, siblings should enjoy spending time together. And this is two siblings that you see exactly how much they enjoy being together. Kind of like with, I guess, like a Kaoru. Oh, and that's weird that came together like that. And I don't know. Totoro like up there with like one. Like, I don't know. Not a lot of people. No one really looks like Totoro with like one of the great Ghibli films, but like our two leads are very fun. They're likable enough characters, and you can't hate them. So for that, I put them on this list. Number 5. Tanjiro and Nezuko from Demon Slayer. I debated on this because I wanted to put them way higher, but then I thought about it. It's like Tanjiro and Nezuko had a really good thing going. I think I had to dock them a little bit was the fact that as the manga keeps going, particularly now with the fact that we're in Infinity together, Nezuko gets fridged pretty bad. I still buy the relationship. Tanjiro is going through his Demon Slayer training. He became a Demon Slayer purely so that he could fight demons, so he could fight and defeat demons, so that he could gain clues and find a way to return Nezuko back to a human form, and that's what drives Tanjiro throughout 90% of his journey is saving Nezuko from being a demon. And that is something that's really noble. The fact that Tanjiro will go through all of this and almost die countless times. The amount of times that Tanjiro ends up in Demon Slayer ICU with broken bones and chip this sword is pretty like everything still with him in a bed with bandages. But he's doing this for Nezuko. And definitely at the beginning, Nezuko definitely is on Tanjiro's side. She's probably the only person to turn into a demon and not lose herself to these urges to consume human flesh, and she actively protects Tanjiro from Gyu in the first episode. So there is something still in Nezuko that is meaning that she has not turned into a demon. She is still the adorable little sister that Tanjiro has always known, and Nezuko is super protective of Tanjiro. And we see that in the one fight, and Nezuko always has Tanjiro's back. We saw that in the scene when she busts out of the box that helps Tanjiro fight the water demon in protecting that one woman. And of course, you have episode 19, the episode that everyone lost their shit on, because that's the episode with Tanjiro and Nezuko versus Rui, which is a phenomenal episode. The music is beautiful, the animation is stunning, and watching Tanjiro defeat Rui because his bond with Nezuko is so strong, and Nezuko unleashing her blood demon out to turn her blood to flames to help Tanjiro finish off Rui in a way, definitely shows that the two of them have this really strong bond that cannot be severed, which we see throughout most of the show. And I want to put them higher because I do really like those, because I think they have one of the strongest bonds in living bonds in anime. The fact that as Demon Slayer has gone on, Nezuko has seen less and less screen time, I think definitely lower them significantly. She gets Nezuko gets some cool moments in Mugen Train. She definitely gets her one cool moment in Entertainment District Arc. She is not in Hashira training. She gets one scene and then disappears for the rest of the arc. And I'm gonna out myself because I haven't finished reading the manga yet, but in Infinity Castle, she's not there. She's sleeping with the guy away from the fight, and yes, there's a reason she does, and yeah, plot reason, it makes sense why she's not there. But the fact that she's not there to have Tanjiro's back, and it looks like Tanjiro's doing this just because he's the main character, does hurt the sibling bond a bit. And what keeps them on the list is all the early episodes that show how strong their sibling bond is. What hurts them is the rest of Demon Slayer's writing. If that makes sense. Number 4. Luffy, Ace, and Sabo from One Piece. Like I said, blood relations do not count. And yes, that was banned because if you're talking about siblings, you cannot not talk about Luffy and Ace. Like, we also talking about a character. Ace is like all the time about a character that shows up randomly in Alabasta, and Ace didn't get a lot of episodes before Marine Impel down Marineford. So you think that was like, oh, Ace everybody, and you're like, oh, Ace is like super important to Luffy. It's like Ace and Luffy are brothers. They have this strong bond that cannot be broken, and they are brothers. It doesn't matter that they have nothing to tie them together biologically. The two of them have so much history and so much to them that you can't hate them. And then you bring in Sabo as the third brother, and you realize that what these three boys went through back on shit, what's the other code? What these three go to and learning and just fighting together and claiming the island, and we're all gonna be pirates. We're all gonna be pirate captains. We're gonna make a blood oath. Well, not blood oath, like sake swallow. The scene when they're drinking sake is amazing. So when you get to Ace's fate of being held captive by the Marines, and Luffy's desperation to save his brother is so big, he infiltrates Impel Down, fights through several layers of Marines to get to Ace, and then fights several top Marine officers at Marineford with so many people just to save Ace, and it's for nothing. Because Ace taking a fatal blow to save Luffy's life and paying for it, with Luffy having a permanent reminder of Ace's sacrifice with his skull, and you realize, that is like the ultimate example of how good their brother relationship is. It's like, oh my god, I feel them. And then when you bring in that Sabo is the only and then Sabo comes in and take Ace's the flame suit for Ace, and Luffy's like, this is the only other person who deserves Ace's power because both of them have such a strong connection to Ace. It's like, like proof that siblings are stronger than blood, because I love these three. These are true brothers. Number 3. Shigeo and Ritsu from Mob Psycho 100. Again, thank you, Reddit. I had that like, oh yeah, Mob Psycho! It's like, you gotta, yeah, Mob and Ritsu are the sort of positive, cute relationship that you just totally just wanna love, because one, that show is so positive. Well, because Mob is like a strong psychic, and it's so, for lack of a better word, that's alone, and as he just tries to survive, but he wants so hard to be more than just his powers. And Ritsu is just as the ultimate brother who is so supportive and kind to Galen. He's always on mobs. He's always got mobs back. Where it's like, yeah, I'm here to support my brother. I know my brother is kind of odd, but I'm here to support him and do anything. And when Ritsu unlocks his psychic powers in season 2, and Mob has to be there for him, and the two of them are there and are supporting each other, and there's a solid, positive influence in each other's life. It's like, and how can you just not smile thinking about them? It's like, for all the shit Mob goes through in Mob Psycho, it's like, he's got such a good, supportive this friend group that surrounds him, and Ritsu was definitely one of the more, part of that in his life, and it's why Mob becomes such a well-rounded, interesting character. The people he surrounds himself with, because they're all good people. It's like, I just like it. And siblings don't have to be antagonistic with each other. You can just have two people who are supportive and kind to each other, and that's what we get with Shigeo and Ritsu. Number 2. Rin and Yukio from Blue Exorcist. I mean, I've talked about Blue Exorcist before, so... But... And I don't think I'm going to put them this high. This probably would have gone to Tanjiro and Nezuko, but I thought about it, it's like... With Demon Slayer's writing and the 2 most recent seasons of Blue Exorcist, like... No, this has got to go to Rin and Yukio, because... Talk about 2 brothers who are so different, so the opposite of each other. One is this hot-headed, spontaneous child, for lack of a better word, and the other is a calm, collected, mature kid, and both do so much with each other. Yukio has always been physically weaker, can see these odd things, and wants to help protect his brother, which is why he becomes an exorcist. Rin is the spawn of Satan. Should probably be dead, but wants to learn to control his flames because, well, he wants to be the one to kill Satan, but we'll get to that. But knowing that Rin has so many hang-ups of his own, but part of who Rin is he's the elder brother and he wants to support and protect Yukio. That shows that there is so much more to the Komuro twins than anyone would think. Cause like, I think they are brothers. They care for each other, but they're not perfect. Like they are different. They are so different from me. Although Yukio seems to try to do everything by himself and keeps things hidden. Rin is very emotional, but Rin's trying to keep their family together, and you see that so hard in these latest seasons where Rin's constantly wondering if Rin's the one cooking food and making sure Yukio eats, and when Yukio ends up with the Illuminati, Rin's so desperate to keep his family together, but Yukio is just so thinks he has to do this by himself, and particularly to protect Rin. It's like, God, I love them. I love them so much. For more on that, go off my episode on Blue Exorcist. This is amazing. Before we get to my number 1, a couple of honorable mentions, because looking through it, there are a lot of actually really interesting siblings. Like Toa, Setsuna, and then adding in more of a magic Hime. Satomu's 2 twin daughters and Inuyasha's daughter make for a surprisingly really that thing Pale of Leaves. It's like not perfect, but it's like they're fun. Sword and Shield from No Game No Life. It's like don't deliver place on this list, but they all fun. Like Sword and Shield, all fun pairing. The Kumi Asami from Food Wars, the Donnelly brothers. It's like in a show that's made about food gatherings. It's nice to see these two come in and show their different approaches to cooking and how that influences the rest of the and how their situation affects the rest of the school. Toto and Unity from JJK. I thought that was like, oh yeah, they do refer to them as brothers. It's like probably one of the best. No, again, it's not an Olivia and Ace, but it's like Yuji and Toto have such a fun inner dynamic that definitely get a lot of. I mean, too, what they have in season 2 is actually really cool, so I appreciate that. Kamina and Simone, Simone, whatever her name is from Gurren Lagann. It's like, yeah, again, not blood related, but the legacy Kamina leaves for Simone is definitely one of legacy. Like Simone becomes a great hero because of Kamina's legacy. So, like Kamina definitely loves his mom than Simone. Sasuke and Ryoko from Kill la Kill. Like, one great relationship. The fact that they're supposed to be enemies, and this reveal that they will sister the entire time, and they're not fully. Like they all fighting each other, but they do eventually kind of come to like an enemy of my friend thing, and they have to fight the muzzle. And then they're like, oh yeah, panty and stocking. It's like they're not like top 10 movie material, but panty and stocking. It's like, yeah, I'm gonna include the Anarchy sisters. It's like they balance it out well. Stan and Sandy from Hamtaro. Like, Hamtaro was a slice of life show but cute hamsters, but like, the search for Stan was like the one episode of like drama Hamtaro actually had, so they handled it well. Clement and Bonnie from Pokemon with, I didn't want to put on this list at the end of the day, they originated in the games. But the anime definitely gives them a lot more to chew on in terms of with what they own in the game. And then something like Toe and Cell from Mixed Base solely. Not so much focused on their brother relationship, but the fact that they become a really good high school battery because of their familial relationship works. Number 1 is, like, you guys know it, it's Ed and Al. I was gonna build this up, but like, if you stuck with it this long, it's Ed and Al. It's like, at the end of the day, the Elrics are probably the best siblings in anime. I know it, you know it, I did a whole episode of Fullmetal Alchemist, the world knows it. No one can beat the Elrics. We're talking about two siblings who literally went through hell together. Like, Ed gave up his arm to bond out to get Al's soul back to bond to Elmo, and Ed will not rest until he unlocks the secret of alchemy and finds a way to restore Alphonse's body back to normal. And you know, the big moment when they're fighting after Alphonse has his crash of the face because he talks to the Mad Butcher, and that potentially he's probably not even Ed's brother. He's probably just like something that was created from alchemy because Ed could do that, and Ed getting so upset and hurt that his brother would even think that, and it was lead to their big fight. it is a strong moment. Ed is literally so upset about that Alphonse lost everything because of, well, okay, they'll do a mistake, but I think Ed blames himself because he yelled at us, and it was his idea in the first place, so. And it just makes the final company with Father so much more impactful when Alphonse sacrifices himself so that Ed can get his own back. And the look on Ed's face when he sees his right arm fully attacked for the first time ever. He just rips out the reball and then goes to town on Father before he goes to make it. Like, Ed making his ultimate sacrifice to get Alphonse back is huge. Like, literally you're seeing that. Like, Ed gave up what he was so good at for Alphonse. No one is better than the younger brother. Again, a lot of these siblings I really like. And a lot of them show really strong what you love about siblings. No one beats the Elrics. And that's why they're always going to be number one. They're still going to be number one, but they definitely are number one. Like, nothing's better than Ed and Al. They are the best siblings in anime. Well, thanks for listening to this week's episode of That Canadian Fangirl. Remember to like, follow, and subscribe to this podcast over on Spotify just to help spread the word that we exist, help grow the algorithm. The more people know about this, the more they're going to show up in your feed. I think that's how it works. I'm trying something new with this. Leave a comment. Comment it down below the description. When you read the description, the comments are right there. Leave a comment about your favorite siblings in anime. Particularly good sibling relationships. I don't want any thing that says only chat shit. If I see any homos in chat, I will ban you. No homo. But no chromo. No chromo. No step homo. Although no step chromo either. Like this on social media, on your social media, share with your friends, your family, your strangers, your enemies, your allies, people you don't know. That helps spread the word, help get the algorithm out to more people. Follow me on all my socials: Blue Sky, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, my Twitch. I am on YouTube, Pokemon J Fan. That is PKMNJ Fan. That Canadian fan, go over there. Go give a like, follow, and subscribe over on YouTube, and let me know if you're watching over there. Wattpad fanfiction for my writing. I am probably gonna send out a couple of a one-shot collection coming up. I've been writing a lot of kind of short stories. I'm gonna post on Wattpad soon, so keep an eye out for that. No gatekeeping. We don't gatekeep this community. If you like something, you're a fan of it, don't let other people tell you otherwise. And remember, when people ask what fangirl do you listen to, it is That Canadian Fangirl. With Canadian Fangirl, That Canadian Fangirl. Alright, later people!